And welcome back to Morning Live. Now, next up is an extraordinary story of determination in which a group of teenagers, yes, a group of teenagers will be leaving on a journey from Cape to Cairo with this craft, an aircraft that they assembled themselves. Yeah, you're not hearing things. This is exactly what happened. Now, 20 teenagers from different backgrounds all participated in the construction of a Sling-4 aircraft, which was completed in June last year. With us now, Werner Froneman, who is the project director and also coach at UDream, as well as Bromley Moyo, who helped build this aircraft. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you very much for having us. Appreciate it.
So I think we spoke to Megan previously about this particular story, and I was nervous then, and I'm still nervous because I can't bear the thought of thinking that my teenagers could build an aircraft and fly from Cape Town to Cairo and not have palpitations about the mere thought of that. But, you know, you have now completed this task and the craft is ready. But for those who may have missed it, let me start with you, Werner. Please just bring us up to speed again about this project and why it came to be.
Oh, well, thank you so much. It's a great question. I'm going to actually ask you a question. When someone believes in something that it's possible to do it, then they will normally take actions to do it. You agree with that?
I do.
But if you don't believe something is possible, then you're not going to take actions to do it. Would you agree?
True.
It holds you back. So
Absolutely.
the way you think and the way what you believe determines the type of actions that you're going to take. And the actions you take determines the results that you have got at the end of the day. What this project is about empowering, equipping and transforming people all around the world into the leaders that they were born to be. This project changes the way people think and what they believe is possible. I mean, when we've got kids building an aircraft, and then once again, the pilots are also students. I mean, they're 17 years old, they're in matric. They have got their matric exams, and they have got the time to still do this trip, flying from Cape Town to Cairo, coming back and then still finishing their exams. And Megan literally just finished her PPL yesterday. She got her pilot's license in matric as well at the same time, and then she's doing the trip. So it changes the way people think what is possible. And that makes us act differently, and it changes the results in our lives. That's what we're about.
I obviously have a lot more work to do in this regard because I watch air crash investigations and I'm worried about the nuts and bolts and that everything is in place. Bromley, how was this process of building this aircraft, and do you trust this aircraft that you built?
Also carefully.
Yeah, well, thank you for the question. At first it was difficult. Well, before we started everything, I really didn't think this would come through. You know, I was like, now we're just going to play there, get like a young camp for 2 weeks, then it's done. But when we finished, I was surprised. And I really trust my team. I think it's safe enough.
Do you trust yourself?
Yes, I also trust myself.
So talk to us about building this aircraft. Obviously, you wouldn't have left them to their own devices.
No, I wouldn't leave myself to my own devices. Okay, so safety is a top priority in this project. There's no messing around with that. So the kids were doing all the assembly, 17,000 rivets that they had to rivet together. But
you accounted for each and every rivet?
Personally, no.
But someone has.
Yes, no. It was done under the supervision of the airplane factory. We had support from Denel Aviation. So the engineers oversaw this entire project. So they made sure everything was done right. But the work was done by the kids. The airplane has been inspected by independent inspectors. We have to do it for the Civil Aviation Authority in any case. So we are 100% confident that the plane is safe and that everything is secure. Secondly, on the trip itself, there will be a support aircraft flying with the kids. Okay, so also a Sling aircraft, a Sling-4 aircraft. Actually, the first one that was built, it's called TAF, Tango Alpha Foxtrot. That aircraft has gone around the world 3 times already. It was designed by Mike Blythe and James Pittman from the airplane factory. So that's the support aircraft. Des and myself will be in that aircraft as safety pilots. Drian is also a safety pilot, and then we will be making sure that all critical decisions are actually done correctly. So we allow the students to make the decisions that they need to, and we're there to back them up. So the safety and security was there with the building of the plane, and the security and the support is there with the actual trip itself as well.
You know, this is very exciting. It really is. And as you were saying earlier, and listening to what you said about, you know, us limiting ourselves and the limitations that we place on ourselves, if the children could build an aircraft, maybe I should put together a crew and build one too. But what are you going to do in Cairo? I mean, ultimately, what is the big idea behind this initiative, Bromley?
Well, the thing is, there are two teams. There's the building team and there's the flying team. So the flying team will on with Megan, Hendrik, Abel, Drian, and all of them. And then they'll be going each country inspiring kids also, you know, our age and younger, you know, telling them nothing is impossible if you only believe in yourself. Well, at first we didn't, but now here it is.
Well, nothing is impossible, and it's fantastic to see you guys feel that way. And I believe you leave tomorrow?
Yes, we've actually, due to the weather, as you've just seen, we delayed the trip by 1 day. We are leaving now Thursday morning early, flying down to Mossel Bay, going to have a quick visit there and then meeting some media down there. And then we're going down to Cape Town, and on Saturday morning, very early, we will be departing Cape Town and flying up to Namibia.
What did your parents say?
Well, they were so proud. Well, at first when I told them, I wouldn't want to lie, they didn't believe in it at all. My sisters were very supportive. My two sisters were always there. And then, yeah, they were so proud of myself. Like when they saw the media, everything, seeing the interviews, all, and when they saw the plane, it was so nice.
Oh, man.
It's a beautiful moment. It really, really is. It's I mean, I stood there, I was part of this entire project, I was helping with the build, everything like that, and I stand and I see the revealing of our aircraft, the one that was built by kids, and it's got magic, you know, it's got a very, very special place, not because it's the U-Dream aircraft, because it was something that was never done before. And the kids arrived there not believing it was going to be done.
As she said.
Exactly. They thought it was going to be like wings and tails, you like a couple of pieces put together. That's what Megan even thought. When they got there, they got boxes of thousands and thousands of parts. It's like the ultimate puzzle. So it was amazing. And then flying that for the first time, it was truly, truly special.
Werner, how did you choose the participants for this particular project?
Actually, there were thousands of participants that got the opportunity. They then, we went to different schools, we had it over radio, and they had to send in a little video so that they can actually be part of the selection day. And it's ironic actually how many people need to just learn the lesson of taking action. They take themselves out of the game before they've even started. And a lot of people didn't even apply. I mean, you would think this was an opportunity offered freely for anyone that wanted to attend, but so many thousands didn't just pitch up on the day of selection. But they went then through a rigorous process. We had so much fun on that day. There were some real great challenges. We had some international speakers inspiring them and teaching them and everything like that. It was a crazy, awesome day. And then from there on, we had a backup team and a main team that was selected. All of them were trained. Most of these kids didn't even know how to use the tools. They didn't know what a pop rivet gun was.
I can imagine that.
Right.
Yeah.
There were tools there.
I wouldn't trust myself with a pop rivet gun, right? Let alone them.
Exactly. And so we had to train them for 2 days, and then we went into the building of the aircraft. So they started with that. Mike Blythe himself was actually teaching them with the tools and so on. So it was such a great environment. We've created, and this is what U-Dream does, we create extremely challenging real-world environments where they can then gain real-world experience by solving real-world challenges.
Your enthusiasm is infectious. but just the final one for you, Ngwabi. Were you always attracted to aviation, or is this something that has come about as a result of this project?
Well, I was always attracted because last year when I was building the plane, I was already doing my first year at Dinell as an aircraft mech, so already I was part of the aviation. Yeah, I've always wanted to do this, and so being part of it was literally an inspiration to me. I was surprised when I literally saw Megan coming to a school like, guys, we have this. I'm like, really? Oh, okay, cool. But then at first I was like, nah, what if I apply? But then they won't choose me because I'm already a thingy. I'm already at, somewhere, not at school. But then my friends were like, nah, you're still young, do it. I went, and then they chose me.
Great stuff.
And then she turned out to be one of the top 20 as well. So.
Oh, wow. And of course, just your role finally on the trip. What will you be doing?
On the trip, I won't be going to the trip because it's only the pilots that are going. More.
How do you feel about that? Werner.
Well, we're proud because we already knew our work was to build the plane, which we're so proud of. And we must also give other kids a chance to do something, which is flying the plane from Cape to Cairo.
Actually, just on that note, one of the things that's open for companies and that we've invited all over the place, we've invited companies to do is what this plane is now going to do is it's going to go through Africa. It's going to introduce kids for their first time having an aviation experience. I mean, these kids never flew before, and we took them up in the aircraft as well. We actually had the launch now on Saturday, and everyone went up in the aircraft. So they had this great experience, but there are so many people that have never flown before, never experienced it. So we truly invite companies to come and support them, because the more money that they sponsor to it, it's not for us. It's for them. It's for all the kids, the previously disadvantaged kids in Africa, people that have never even seen an aircraft before. So the funds that people can sponsor is used to have a bigger impact. The foundation is there, the platform is there. Help us now to make the biggest, best impact throughout Africa and throughout the world. So if people want to, they can contact me on info@udream.co.za, or they can go on to backabuddy.co.za and they'll get the Cape to Cairo trip there, and they can support us in that way.
And it's UDream as in the letter U. So thank you so much to Werner Froneman and Bromley Moyo, and they are part of a group of teenagers who will obviously fly their own assembled plane to Cape Town and then from Cape to Cairo to inspire youth across the continent to get into the aviation field. Right, we're going to take a break.